Okay, here's what we're shooting for. As you'll see here on the phone and on the big screen TV, as I move within the game, there is no lag between the two. If you try this doing streaming from your phone, you'll find out that it usually doesn't work. So let's take a look how we can do this. Okay, first of all, I'll do this. There's some parts you'll need. The links are going to be in the description of the video. You'll need a wireless TV or a Chromecast or a Fire Stick. You'll also need a USB-C to HDMI or DisplayPort cable. And if your Xbox is not hardwired, you'll need an Ethernet cable and a coax or power line extender. If you don't want a tedious lesson how networking works or how streaming works, you can skip this part here and jump to about 2.5 minutes into the video. If you watch any of my videos, I don't just give a solution. I try to help people understand what's going on so they can troubleshoot things all by themselves. So here we are, we have network, and first of all, you fire up your app. It goes out to your router on your local network, which goes out to the internet and goes out to the xCloud servers. They make sure your account's okay, all that's good. Now the thing to remember is that they're not just transmitting account data. Because the game is actually sitting on the server itself, they're transmitting all of the information, all the screens, the video stream to your phone to make sure that you can play your game. So there's a lot of stuff going on there. Now real quickly, if you're on vacation at a hotel or even just at a friend's house and you want to stream the xCloud servers, it works exactly the same from home. Same amount of data. It just contacts that, gets your account, and you log in through just using their networking. So nothing's changed. But now if you're doing console streaming, it's a completely different thing. Now your smartphone at home contacts your wireless router and talks to your Xbox One. And that in turn goes out through the router and talks to the internet and checks on your account, comes back and authorizes you to play the game. Just the usual stuff, except you have a smartphone at the front end. Where it gets a little more complicated is when we're actually going to contact our own console from another location, on a hotel again or somebody's house. It goes out and does all that, gets that information, contacts the server for your account, comes back to your Xbox One, who in turn broadcasts back out to the internet through the wireless router at the hotel and back to your phone. Now, if your home is already set up like this, where the Xbox One is connected to your router via wireless, you need to improve that. You need to reduce that lag by replacing it with a wired connection to the router. And naturally, going to a wired connection is also going to improve your access while you're on the road from a remote access to your Xbox. So if we go back to your home network and we take a look at it, you'll see that the gray area representing your network now shows the traffic between your Xbox and the router is excluded and no longer a load on the network. Now originally my Xbox was nowhere near my router, so I had to use what's called a coax adapter to extend my network. So this is the router I use, the coax adapter I use. You'll see that it has 2 Ethernet ports and it has a 2G and a 5G network. So you'll need a coax connection in the room where you're going to put this along with your Xbox. And in that way it effectively bypasses your home router and allows you to have a higher speed connection rather than just wireless. But if you're already connected via a wired connection, you're good to go. You can even do it wireless, but you're going to encounter some lag, especially when we start adding on the TV portion of it. Okay, once I played it on my phone a couple of times, I wanted to go big. I wanted to have it on my big screen TV. So I set up screen mirroring over Wi-Fi from my phone to my TV. So we've added this extra workload to the phone to generate a signal through the router to your TV, while it's also still handling all that other traffic. So to eliminate that, I got a USB-C to HDMI cable. And on my Samsung at least, it works perfectly fine. Because the phone no longer has to create a stream to the TV, it just simply sends the same kind of signal that went to its screen and just puts it out to a TV. There is one problem with this. If you're using a controller via cable to your smartphone, you're already using up the USB-C connection on your smartphone, and you won't be able to do it this way. Best way I found is to go ahead and have a controller that is Bluetooth capable and reduce the impact on your phone because it's much easier to transmit across that Bluetooth, just a few commands coming back and forth through the phone. So here's the optimized setup with the controller Bluetooth to the phone hardwired via HDMI to the TV, and the Xbox One X hardwired to the router. Now, depending upon the refresh rate of your TV and other factors, this should give you the best chance at either streaming from xCloud or from your own Xbox One. There's a couple other considerations. Let's say you want to use some Bluetooth earbuds. They're going to put more load on your system. So if you're lucky enough to have an audio jack in your phone, you can dig out those old earbuds and put those in and also reduce the impact. So if you're still having problems with lag, I want to talk about one more thing that may improve your performance. So quality of service is a little known but important tool in improving the performance of your network. With quality of service, you can set individual devices to have priority over other devices and make sure that the stream is uninterrupted. So once you log into your router, you'll see your list of all your devices, but you'll probably have to go to the advanced settings to take a look at quality of service. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Now this is my Action Tech router that I got from Verizon Now Frontier in my area. And you'll see that in the advanced settings we have quality of service here. We can click on this and you can start setting up rules. Now I'm not going to do a full QoS demo right now. I'm just going to show you basically on a router how you would set it up. There's a lot of things to consider about interrupting other devices that are important if you have home automation, for example, or so maybe your roommate is watching streaming TV. So let's go take a look at how to set up a rule. By the way, this will differ for every router. So I'm going to click on the edit button or the add button here and add a rule. And there's the destination. There's all my different devices that I have on my network. And if I scroll down, I'll find my Xbox One down here, right there. And then I'm going to say what protocols I want to do. Well, I want to do a priority, for example. Again, you need to do some research on all the settings, but I want to give it a high priority. And then I also want to set priority, okay, on operation, and do that. And once I do that, I would apply this rule. Again, I can't stress enough how this might affect your network. So you need to go out and look at some QoS videos on full-blown management, and it'll help you decide how to apply the settings for your Xbox. So again, here's our final look at the network setup to minimize the amount of traffic on your network and maximize your fun. And hopefully you'll have a setup like this where if you look down at the bottom, you'll see the phone and the screen operating at exactly the same time. So you won't have any lag. Go off and play to your heart's content wherever you may be and on a big screen TV. Hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video. And if you want to get more, just subscribe to Old Guy Geek. You can also follow me at Facebook or Twitter. The links to those are in the description of this video.